Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. As we have set the target of completing 200 book summaries in the entire year, here comes the book number 155. The name of the book that we have today is The Simple Path to Wealth, written by J.L. Collins. Written by J.L. Collins. Without any delay, let's get started. Before going further, let us see the author information. Who is this J.L. Collins is all about? I hope so my screen is getting visible.
Yeah.
J.L. Collins is an international best-selling author of The Simple Path of Wealth, Your Roadmap to Financial Independence and a Rich Free Life. He has been called the godfather of FI. FI stands for Financial Independence. In the financial independence community, his books are follows as A Simple Path to Wealth, Your Roadmap to Financial Independence and a Rich Free Life, Pathfinders, extraordinary stories of people like you on the quest for financial independence, and How I Lost Money in Real Estate Before It Was Fashionable. These are the three books from the same author. Currently, we are reading about the 2016 book of The Simple Path to Wealth. Let us see the target audience of this book. The 24-year-old recent college student who is about to get his first big paycheck, the 45-year-old who still has surprisingly much time left until retirement, and anyone looking for a timeless, simple investing formula that works. Let us see the small synopsis. The Simple Path to Wealth is a simple three-step template for achieving financial freedom in a straightforward way, passed from a wealthy man to his teenage dog. Let us listen from the author himself, J.L. Collins. There are many things money can buy, but the most valuable of all is freedom. Freedom to do what you want and freedom to work for whom you respect. Two childhood friends grew up and went their own ways. One became a powerful advisor to the king and other became a monk. When they meet years later, the minister feels bad for his friend. If you learned to serve the king, you would not need to live on rice and beans. He tries to advise him. Means the minister said to the monk, if you learned to serve the king, you would not need to live on rice and beans. But the monk only replies, if you learned to live on rice and beans, you would not need to serve the king. This is the opening parable J.L. Collins tells in this book, The Simple Path to Wealth. And it is meant to make a single point. Wealth is not about power, luxury, or idling. It is about freedom. Collins thinks your freedom is the most important thing you can buy, and in this book, he offers a straightforward path to get there. Like the wealthy gardener, this book was written from a parent to their child. Those always makes for a powerful read. If you like straightforward conversational advice with a humorous tone, I think you will really enjoy this book. You can have a digital copy and you can try it out. Top 3 lessons. What initially began as a series of letters to his then teenage daughter eventually became a best-selling book. Means a dad written a book for daughter and it became best-selling book, selling some 4 lakh copies. Part of its appeal is that Collins' approach is as simple as the book's title promises. According to him, building wealth is almost inevitable if you follow 3 steps. What are the 3 steps? spend less money than you make. Second one is avoid debt like the plague. Third one is invest everything that's left over into index funds. These are the three powerful lessons, three-step formula of simple path to wealth. Spend less money than you make. Whatever you make the money, spend less than whatever you make. Avoid debt and invest everything that is left over into index funds. Ready for a simple path to wealth? Let's look at J.L. Collins' roadmap in detail. Lesson number 1. Always spend less money than you earn. If your lifestyle matches or God forbids exceeds your income, you are no more than a gilded slave. Let me repeat this. If your lifestyle matches or God forbid exceeds your income, you are no more than a gilded slave. Collins says that. He mentions Mike Tyson, one of the history's greatest boxers, who made over $300 million, yet still wound up bankrupt. I'm sure you too know someone who should have more than enough, but somehow keeps complaining about how much they have to work. A symptom of wearing golden handcuffs. That's because you own the things you own, and they in turn own you. Like you own particular car or bike, and after some time they own you. Collins says that. Our possessions require a lot of mental and financial maintenance, and over time they take a toll on us. The book does not have a big section about budgeting, cutting back on lattes, or renegotiating credit card rates. Collins simply appealed to our common sense. Everyone knows how much they have, and with a few simple calculations, everyone can know at least roughly how much they can spend in a month. Building wealth is all about making sure there is a positive difference between the two. Means what you get and what you spend. The difference between these two should be the positive, and making sure it stays that way only. The beauty of a high savings rate is twofold. You learn to live on less even as you have more to invest. Let me repeat. The beauty of high savings rate is twofold, which is nothing but you learn to live on less even as you have more to invest. Collins does not live a lavish lifestyle. He never even had a car payment. In exchange, he is free to choose whom he works with and how he spends his time. These two are very powerful. Choose whom you are working with and how you are spending your time. Collins' savings rate is 50% of his income. Means if suppose he is earning 1 lakh income, he saves 50,000 per month, and he recommends you target the same number. From the moment you make more than you need, aim to spend less than you earn. So whatever you earn, even if you earn 10 rupees, save 5 rupees. That is the recommended target number, and spend as much as you can from the 50% only. Second important lesson, get out of debt as fast as you can and stay there. There are many different approaches and takes on having debt. Some experts say it can be a useful tool. Others suggest you should get away from it as far as you can. Personally, I lean more towards the latter perspective, and so does Collins. Carrying debt is as appealing as being covered with leeches and has much the same effect. He writes, therefore, whatever debts you have, whether it may be personal loans, whether it may be home loans, or car loans, you should get out of as quickly as you can. As soon as you are debt free, the surplus you can invest into the stock market each month will start growing. Collins also addresses three kinds of debt we usually consider as a good debt. There are two types of good debts. One is good debt and bad debt. So let us see what are the three types of good debts. Money we borrow to use towards productive ends, which is nothing but business loans, student loans, and mortgage loans. These are the three good type of debts: business loans, student loans, and mortgage loans. The first kind must be handled with great care, which is business loans. The second should not even exist, as it only inflates the cost of education and forces people into jobs they had never take years after they are done with the college. And as per the mortgage loans, Collins suggests buying the least house to meet your needs rather than the most house you can technically afford. He thinks of house like an apples. So treat house as apple, something you can buy in any quantity, but that the more of it you buy will hamper you financially for more and more years. If you are still debt free, try and stay there. If you are in debt, try to pay it off quickly, then focus on growing your wealth. So get out of your debts as fast as you can and stay there. Let us see the lesson number 3. Invest most of your savings into index funds until you are financially free. Sometimes I hate belaboring the same point over and over again, but it is in countless finance books for a reason. Index funds, index funds, index funds. Collins is no exception. He is also saying same thing. He too is part of the large crowd of finance experts making investments in index funds the backbone of their wealth building strategy. Collins recommends the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. Sorry, just have a look over this. Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. Ticker symbol is VTSAX. VTSAX. Or its according exchanged traded fund is the VTI. As long as you are in wealth accumulation stage where you are trying to grow a nest egg 25x the size of your annual expenses, you should allocate 100% of your investments into this vehicle tracking all US tax. He's telling that this index fund is recommended. You can have a look over this index fund later on. This will be much, much harder than you think. Collins reminds us. Even if you automate your monthly payments to your broker during market crashes, people all around you will panic. The news media will be screaming, sell, sell, sell. But if you stay the course, you are likely to succeed. Historically, the stock market has always worked out in favor of those who favor it long enough. Means stock markets will work for long run game players. Once you reach your portfolio goal, say 10 lakhs dollars, you can safely withdraw 3.3 to 7% each year while still growing your assets. Collins claims this, relying on the 4% rule tested by a famous study. Now, all that it is left is to enjoy your newfound freedom. Spend less than you earn, invest the surplus, avoid debt. These are the three simple paths to wealth in a nutshell, and I hope you will get to walk it all the way to end. So whatever your monthly income, spend less than what you earn, avoid debts, invest the surplus amount, whatever you save. These are the three techniques you can implement and you can become a financial free. So what is more important than money? Freedom. Money can buy many things, but most valuable of all the things is freedom. Freedom to do what you want and freedom to work for whom you respect. Okay. Thank you so much. See you in another book summary with another valuable wealthy lessons. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing. If you have